Yo, what's up? It's Fred from Adventure. I thought it'd be really cool today to show you how we do vocal chops. So this is what we're going to be making. So yeah, it's really simple, but it just shows you our process, how we chop vocals and what we do. If you like the video, please leave a comment, leave a like, all the shameless YouTube plugin stuff. It really helps us. We want to do more of these tutorials, maybe one a week. So if you need help with specific things, basses, plucks, whatever, just let us know in the comments and we'll try and make a video and help you out. But anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so I've got these basic chords and they sound like this. So yeah, super simple. But the next thing I want to do is add a vocal chop, because a lot of the time in dance music and pop music and stuff, you need some kind of either a real instrument or a vocal or something to really give the track its own sort of imprint, make it stand out. Because a lot of people have piano sounds or pluck sounds and stuff like that. But if you use something real or something more organic, it really gives the track its own feel and sort of identity. So what I did was I got a vocal from an old demo we had. That sounds like this. Call me up like something for nothing. I never knew someone to give me this trouble. Now obviously that's in the wrong key. So the first thing I would have done is put the vocal in key. So I'll come down here to the transpose bit and I've moved it down 4. So now it's in key. So if we play it with the pluck. Call me up like something for nothing. I never knew so. It's not properly in time, but it really doesn't matter because what we're going to do now is we're going to chop it. So the next thing I would have done is I'd have consolidated that. And the reason I've consolidated it is because when I sort of bounce it out or extract the audio, what I'm about to do next, it's going to retain that transposition I just did. So now the actual clip itself sounds like this. So that's how the clip sounds now. So the next thing I would have done is I would have clicked here and gone down to slice to new MIDI track. And this is really cool because what it does is it goes into the audio and it slices it up however you want. So I can slice it into, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16ths, or I can slice it to transient. I think this time I just went for eighth notes, but you can mess around with all different things. So Ableton will now slice that up. So we've got loads of individual slices we can now sort of make a melody from. Like that. So what I did then was I got this melody that I was happy with. It sounds like this. With the pluck. It sounds a little weird because the pluck actually comes on the offbeat, so I needed something to actually start the bar, so I put this impact in. And then I still wanted something to hold the time a little bit more, so I put this clap in. It still sounds a little bit weird and almost a bit out of time, but that won't matter when we put the effects on it. So what I did on the vocal itself was just a light bit of EQing. So you can hear it here. Taking the low end out. Turn everything else off. I've just boosted the highs slightly, ducked the lows. Then I put a little saturation on it, just to give it a bit more crunch. So now we get a lot more crunch. A little ping pong delay. This is great because it sort of like fills out the stereo field a lot of the time, but only a little bit. So I put 10% on. So now we've got it going round the stereo field and kind of filling that in. I put a light bit of compression on there. It was really, really loud, so I just turned it down, limiting it as well. The next important thing to these sounds is a good reverb. So I just literally use the Ableton stock reverb here. You can see it's got a bit of decay, 22% dry wet. We've messed around with some of the other knobs. It sounds like this. So it's in a really big space now, and it's starting to sound pretty dope. The last thing, I mean, Ableton, I'm going to be honest, Ableton has a good multiband OTT. I think this free plugin is completely modeled on it. But usually what I do is I just go in here and type in OTT, and sometimes I get the Ableton one, and sometimes I get this one, whatever I randomly click on. So I've just dropped the depth, dropped the out gain, so it's not doing too much, but it is adding a bit of crunch. So that's with it. There we go. It also makes it quieter, so I've kind of used that to actually mix it as well. So with everything, that sounds like this. But you're not just restricted to vocals here. I mean, you can do it with strings, you can do it with woodwind, anything, any sort of audio file you want to do it with. You can get really creative with it. You know, like I say, flutes, guitars, whatever. You can make some really cool, unique melodies by using this method. So that's that. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. That's just our process. Hope you've learned something. Take it to your own productions. I know other people do it different ways and stuff like that, but that's just what works for us. If you need any help with other things, like I said at the start of the video, plucks, basses, leads, how to process vocals, whatever you want, just leave it in the comments down below and we'll try and help you out. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.